Bill from Social Realty. Today I want to take you through a potential listing that we're looking at and show you 5 of the things that you should look for when buying a house or inspecting any property to give you an idea of what you might be in for down the road. We're upstairs in a very nice 3-bedroom, 1-bath home that was built in the early 20s. So with the age is going to come a couple of issues. One of the things we want to look at, foundation. Obviously, the foundation is what your house is built on. And there's some things that we can tell right away that are going to give us an indication that this house has some problems. And they're things that we want to use when negotiating with the sellers to get an advantageous price for our client. Item number 1, look for the door frames. Don't know if you can tell on camera, but the top of that door frame is slanting down. The reason for that is the house has shifted over time. You can really see it in the door. So when they replaced the door, rather than square the door frame, they had to cut the top part of the door off to make it open and close. Item number 2 that you want to look for are cracks, especially in these old wet plaster homes. Ceiling cracks indicate settling, but one of the things that will show you that there's a larger foundation crack. Let's see, we've got one right here. See how you can actually see the crack coming from the corner up. And again, it's hard to get on camera, but it's actually deflecting. There's a bulge right here because this wall is twisting as the center of the house drops down. Item number 3 to indicate that you have a foundation issue. Look at the toilet. You can see that it slants that way. This floor is again sagging towards this load-bearing wall, which is falling down towards the earth, frankly. Item number 4 that you want to watch out for, wallpaper. Wallpaper is a design choice. Also, when you see it in a house like this, where every room is painted in the house, except the hallway, this might be a design choice, but we also have multiple doorways in here. And if I look, I see wallpaper peeling at the corners. I also see cracks behind that wallpaper, and I see cracks in the ceiling. Most likely, the wallpaper was installed in order to cover up the fact that the walls are twisting and that they have some cracking going on in the foundation. Next, we're going to go downstairs, take a quick look down there. All right, so as we come downstairs, obviously you want to look for cracking in your foundation walls, block, that sort of thing. Again, I'm not sure if I can catch it from this angle perfectly right here. To the naked eye, this is actually hard to pick up. It's showing better on the camera. You can see the cracks right here where the wall has been patched over and the foundation actually shifted. There's another set of them back in the corner, right? Right along here where it's been repaired. Somebody has gone over and skim coated this entire basement. That gives me an indication that this basement's had problems. I can see cracking right along here, all along the edge here. Anytime you see discoloration like this, see how it's coloring? There is still water pushing through this wall. So in an attempt to get the home ready for sale, we see 1950, 1960 installation around the top, but we see fresh paint around the lower half of the basement walls. This tells us, along with a brand new sump pump in the corner, that this has an ongoing foundation issue and needs to be considered in the price when you're making an offer. They've also attempted in the back to repair the foundation by putting in a weeping tile, which is the absolute correct way to take care of this. But you can still see that moisture is going to be an issue. See if it picks up on camera, but you can actually see right there along the very bottom edge. What they're doing is they're directing the water along the foundation wall into a trench, which is running underneath the concrete to that pit in the corner. So what they're doing is managing the problem. They're not curing the problem. And if anyone's ever been to the Grand Canyon or seen a river, they know that water always wins. It will continue to erode the foundation and will eventually cause the walls to bow, causing the ceilings to drop. Here's another. This is actually a very good crack to So we call this staircasing. When it comes down, follows a joint line, and continues down, that's a staircase crack and is a very obvious warning as to a potential foundation issue. So I'm going to give you 2 quick bonuses. Again, the floors we talked about. So let me try and level up. That should be pretty obvious. See how that floor dips straight down? You want to look for these things. You might love the home. It might be the home of your dreams. But you don't want to buy a house that's falling. And then the simplest thing any homeowner can do, whether you're buying, selling, or even just renting your house, do your landlord a favor. See the disconnected downspout? What people don't realize is all of the square footage of that roof is dumping all of its water into one central location. So instead of getting a ½ inch of rain across the entire backyard, hundreds of gallons of water during a rainstorm are actually being dumped out of that pipe, just like a sewer jet. And so all that water is pouring straight down the back corner of the foundation. For $100 or $150, they could dig a trench, put a slotted pipe underneath the earth, go out to the fence line, right there, sorry, come down, go out to the fence line and put a pop-up. That would get all of the water away from this edge of the house, and you would literally remove hundreds of gallons of water that don't have to then circulate along that foundation system into the sump pump and out to the street. It would remove a lot of wear and tear on the system. So these are just 5 simple things you can do when walking around a house with your agent, and hopefully your agent is skilled and has the tools to point these things out to you as they're showing you properties. As always, if you're looking to purchase a property, sell a property, you're investing in real estate, give us a call. Socialrealty.com is our website. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comment box below. And please subscribe. We're going to be doing a lot of videos on the things to look for, as well as showing off the properties that we go to look at on a daily basis.